Awesome. How does it? What else is possible? We are on our Sunday call, and today's topic is betrayal. And I'm sorry for last Sunday. I think after years, I missed one call. And I'm sorry, not sorry. Whatever. So how do you, what is betrayal for you? Okay, let's talk about what is betrayal. I was looking at the dictionary. It's the act or fact of violating the trust or confidence of another. तो उसके तो कितने ही words थे synonymous. Deception. Depending on what is it about that topic is. Somebody had put that topic on the group. I don't know what her name was. I don't remember. Disloyalty could be abandonment, deceit, backstabbing, somebody who's not faithful, lying. Two-timing, so fraud. What else coming up?
किसी के like किसी के expectations पे खरा ना उतरना is also a betrayal.
So I don't know. Can you see Angela in the group who wrote this? Hi, Manisha. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning.
So I would like to know that person, what does she mean? So it could be anyway, it could be business, it could be in your relationship, it could be with your body, it could be in any area. How much are you doing that for yourself?
Actually, betrayal is a very sad image.
It's a very
sad energy.
Sad energy. Okay. So you have to be sad to see the betrayal in others. If you were bright, if you were the positive one, if you were the brilliant one, if you knew it, you are an infinite being and everybody else is. If you were functioning from there, would you? Okay, so let me ask you a question. How many of you want to be truthful?
Not anymore.
Truthful to everyone else, but yourself. How often have you done that?
Quite often, Tamil.
So how many times have you betrayed yourself? You were saying something, Angela.
I said we had done it quite often. And as you said, betrayed ourselves because we were not true to ourselves. We were doing for everyone was there. Like we were the last ones in the queue.
Yeah. We lie constantly to ourselves. We betray constantly ourselves. We don't even acknowledge that we do that. Yeah. All the time, hi Param, all the time we are telling ourselves. Good morning. All the time we are telling ourselves we are not good enough, great enough, we can do anything right, we are pathetic, we compare ourselves with others. Those are all lies. Those are all betrayals to yourself. Until you're willing to see, yes, until you're willing to see how totally fucking liar you are, can you change anything? If you have a pain in your knee, if you don't recognize that pain, can you change it? No, you have to first recognize that that is it, and then there are ways and means and tools. You cannot create your life. Create what you would like to have. Create what you desire in life. You can only create the reality that matches it. Like I said, when Angela said sadness, where does that sadness come from? Where do we make it so real and true and significant? Because telling ourselves again and again those lies. And when you tell yourself you are not good enough, can anything else show up that doesn't match it? You are the creator and the universe has your back, and universe will create it. Anything that comes out of your mouth, universe will create it. And that will become your reality. How many lies are we using to create our reality? Our reality could be totally different, totally amazing, totally beautiful. Do you like to have that? How often do you tell yourself how amazing, wonderful you are? Never. Because always we are so much ingrained and entrained to find faults, what's not right with us. We are so much at job with it, and we do it so efficiently. But how do I know? Because I've done it, one. And also I come across all of you who can never see the greatness of themselves. It's an effort. It is an effort, even now after 13 years of being in Access or 30 years of doing other modalities. Choosing to be aware in every now moment as what and where am I? And what am I doing with my life? We are all creators of that divine energy. And nobody's a kachara. So how often starting from getting up in the morning to the evening, do you keep judging yourself and keep telling yourself lies? You are the perfect liars on this planet, all of us, including me. Getting better, but still there. So how often have you betrayed yourself? Can anybody betray you if you do not betray yourself? You think you're not good enough, everybody around you thinks you're not good enough and chooses something different. So who's the creator? Are you willing to give up that? Are you willing to give up telling the truth you think to yourself and be willing to lie to everyone else and tell yourself only the truth? Nothing but the truth. Telling people the truth और अपने आप को 24 घंटे लाई झूठ बोलते रहते हैं. Hi Rupal. Please.
Good morning.
So often, hi. So often I tell, and you must have heard from other facilitators also. Tell people what they are willing to hear. But we tell everybody what they're not willing to, what we want them to hear.
So there is so much addiction to the victimhood also. क्योंकि अगर
That,
हम victim नहीं है तो betrayal कोई कर ही नहीं सकता हमारे साथ. If you're not willing to be the victim, we cannot be betrayed on.
so let's start telling people what they want to hear. But you'll say, oh, Kamal, that's a lie. How can I tell them a lie? They are bad. They are bad. Guys, you are psychic. You always, always, always know what the other people are willing to hear. And if you really value that relationship, value that situation, value yourself, you would never tell anything to anybody what they're not willing to hear. We keep refusing while knowing what they want to hear. We want to tell them the truth, your truth. That is not their truth. You want to tell them what they want to hear, what you want them to hear. We assume that people will listen to us. We assume that children will listen to us. We assume that husband will listen. We assume that our parents will listen to us. Gary always says, if you have a problem, if your mother keeps complaining to you, keeps telling you, I've shared this many times here also. He says, tell her, Mom, I am what you have made me. You've been so nice in this, and today I am duplicate of you. She will never say anything to you, because then she'll be telling herself that. Never ever assume that people want to hear what you have to say. Never assume that you are interesting enough. Gary always says, become interested in people, not interesting. Nobody's interested in hearing you. Nobody's interested in looking at you. You go to a wedding, you wear dresses, you think people are going to look at you. Everybody's looking at themselves in the mirror. मैं कैसी लग रही हूँ? लोग कैसे देख रहे होंगे मुझे? Nobody cares what you have to say. They want to hear. They want you to hear what they want to say. You invite trouble when you assume that people will and want to hear what you have to say. They don't. They want you to hear them. So where's the betrayal? Who wrote that topic, guys? You know, there's this beautiful tool that I love, is being in question. And if you want to tell something to somebody, how about saying, including them, what do you think about this? They might want to avoid it. They might say, I don't know everything. But if you involve them, people want to, or people think, wow, this one is interesting, because you are interested in them. They'll tell you everything. Put it on the platter. Just say, I totally understand you. I agree with you. You got them to start trusting you. They'll open up. People never meet those kinds of people. How often have you met people who will say, हाँ बिल्कुल ठीक कह रहे हो आप, except for excess people? How many of you have people who will listen to you? Be that for them. They will think you are the most interesting person. Because 99% of the people only want someone who will align and agree with their point of view. And there are so many people who like to argue just for the sake of arguing. कोई भी टॉपिक आप जिस बात पे बात करोगे उन्होंने उलट उलट बोलना है. Nobody desires to listen to your advice. Don't give it. It's so precious. Gary was telling a story about a lady in Santa Barbara who had a leukemia. And he said, told her that we have a beautiful process, MTVSS, use that. And because he was giving advice, free advice, don't ever give free advice. Oh, the battery. What happened? Sorry, just a minute. Yeah, it's on now. So, he said, I told her and she said, no, I know. I am eating the best food. I'm doing dieting. I know how to deal with my disease. We give so much of significance. Like I've so many times said that you have a knee pain and you go, oh, I got a knee pain and this is my age and now people get their things done and now I will eat the right food and I will do the right thing. And you have given so much of significance to that. You have watered it, nurtured it so much that it's going to grow. Am I making any sense? People give so much significance
Yes.
to the relationship, diseases, body, whatever. She says, I'm having organic food, I will cure myself. And there's another story. People choose. Like we create everything, right? Your point of view creates your reality. And you choose everything in your life, even disease. Nothing happens to you guys. They do not want to get well. They have their reasons and justifications, even if they are not always cognitive. So Gary says, ask them a question. What are you trying to get out of? Even if you don't have to ask them, you just say, what are they trying to get out of? You will get the awareness. Whichever feels lighter, yes or no, is the answer. Honor their choice, guys. When people have decided it, when you have decided anything, can somebody change your mind? Unless, of course, you think that you are not good enough. Nobody will ever be able to change anybody else's point of view. So they've decided nothing you say is going to make a difference. So tell them what they want to hear. If they really want your true advice, they will come with a question. Hey, what do you know? What can we do? What can we choose? What will create greater? Have you been to this? Have you seen this? Hey, you are great. You've done this. Can you tell me something about it? And coming back to betrayal. What is betrayal? We can go to different.
Kamal, is betrayal also avoidance is of some kind?
You know, is it?
Because betrayal is a definition. That is what I'm getting. Like betrayal is a definition for me. Like, I have some fixed point of views that someone has betrayed me. So it might be that that person is avoiding something and not working for him. Like that kind of image.
it is no right and wrong and no one way of it. What do you get at that particular moment, and what is right, lighter for you is the truth. You can't say, हाँ ऐसा ही होता होगा, ऐसा ही होता होगा, पर ऐसा है नहीं. Like we say, सब कुछ ठीक हो जाएगा. Is that true? So I have a question. How many of you are unwilling to lie? Unwilling to manipulate?
Yes.
If you're not willing to admit it, that okay, this is not working for me, okay, this is a big mistake, or okay, if you're not being willing to be truthful to yourself, how often do you lie in a day to yourself? And how often do you judge yourself? Everything you've done to prove that you never lie, everything you've done to make sure you never lie, everything you've done to control yourself so you won't lie, will you be willing to give it up? What if it is required? What if it is fun for you? What if it is works for you, like betrayal? You see, if you have made up your mind, if you decided that this is how that person is, will you ever be able to see the other side? Ever?
No.
So what if we learned a little bit of manipulation?
Aren't we manipulating already throughout the day?
Of course we are, but we don't acknowledge it. We don't acknowledge it.
Can I say?
Yes, please go for it.
Yeah, I manipulate for proving I'm never wrong. I'm not wrong, or proving the other person is wrong.
Yeah, always. उसके लिए कितना कुछ करना पड़ता, कितनी प्लानिंग करनी करती, कितनी प्लॉटिंग करनी पड़ती है, कितना दूसरे को, अपने आप को. If you were aware and you were willing to lie and manipulate, will any or betray? What is betrayal? Always looking for somebody else to approve. If you look for yourself and you do something for yourself, is betrayal. Like the Mary story I tell you, that Gary had one Mary who husband used to travel a lot, and Gary asked her, he travels so much, don't you worry that he must be having affairs or meeting people? And she said, if he needed to do that, he should have done that. And he shouldn't dishonor me by coming home and telling me. That's a totally different situation, totally different way of looking at things. And that is totally different than what we heard growing up. Where is this, you have got to tell the truth? then you are in judgment of everything, of you and of everybody else. We tell people what they're not willing to hear. People get angry. People get divorced. And then we say, oh, I can't believe people do this to me. They betray. What did I say? What did I do? What did I choose that created that? That is the question we never ask. When you tell somebody that you think they are, is that a kindness to them or to you? That's mean. There's nothing, no kindness in that. Why would you tell something that they don't want to hear? We do whatever we do, and the other person should accept us. And whatever they do, you have all the reasons and justifications for rejecting them. If you see somebody wearing some dress and you don't like it, what do? Do you say, oh wow, that's so ugly? Do you do that?
No.
No.
So when you don't say anything or when you appreciate something, isn't it what they want to hear? And what have you lost? You won a person. Get the difference between awareness and the lie that you call a lie. When you talking to somebody or when you're hiring somebody, don't you always get what this person is going to deliver? They might say they'll do this, that, and the other. Will they deliver that? Don't you always get it? Or you buy into their lie? Like he says, I hired Dane to make calls. Everybody knows that, right? Gary hired Dane to make calls. He made only one call. Gary knew that he will never make a call. But he just got the energy of hiring him. And see where it is? You get the energy of how this, you may not know exactly what this person will do or not do, but you will always get the energy of, hey, this is going to work. He said, I was willing to recognize that this man needs a job. He says, I had no intentions of making him do calls. I was willing to employ him because the energy that he received. How many times are we willing to make friends, or we buy into the lies of what people are telling, and then we say they betrayed us.
ये शालू है, इन्होंने लिखा है बिट्रेल ये टॉपिक.
Sorry,
शालू है, शालू.
Shalu कहाँ है?
इन्होंने लिखा है आज का टॉपिक.
अच्छा, okay. Shalu, where is Shalu?
She betrayed.
She betrayed. Yeah. But who did she ask for? Who's receiving it? See, thank you for saying that. See, you see how it works? But we would go into, isn't it, Betrayal? We will only see, have the blinders on and see things like this and never see the greatness and the gift that that person was being. So anybody has any question, guys? If you have a point of view that you're always hurt and people will hurt you always and people will leave you always, what will you create?
Betrayals. I was about to say betrayal is a point of view.
Exactly. And you choose it. So
We give so
yes, go for it.
we give so much power to others, like we allow them to betray us.
Exactly.
It's all about not owning your own power.
Yeah. And also having a point of view. कुछ भी हो जाए मैं तो हर्ट हो जाऊंगी, मैं तो पहले ही रिलेशनशिप नहीं करूंगी क्योंकि हर्ट हो जाऊंगी. और फिर you are proved right because universe proves you right because universe has no point of view. It only creates your point of view, creates your reality. देखा, मुझे अभी फिर किसी ने बेट्रे किया. मेरी तो जिंदगी ऐसी है. I'm never enough. I can't do it. Do everything right. Everything you choose, you will not be able to do right because you're projecting that on you. Your point of view creates your reality. डेन एक कहानी बताता है कि there was one girl who was friends with Dane, and she had that point of view that people will hurt her. And Dane told her that no, I will never hurt you. She started doing vicious, bad, ugly things to him. And his commitment to not hurting her gave her the permission to hurt him. That's a say, when you're not willing to manipulate, people will manipulate you. When you're not willing to lie, people will lie to you. Because he was always, or we are always proving that we will never do that because we have promised. I will never lie. I will never manipulate. I will never betray. So I have to prove. So how aware are you? Where are you functioning from? Be aware of what you are committing to. If you commit to, I swear I will never hurt, I will never manipulate, I will never lie, till death do you part. Not a good idea.
And then you become football of other people's opinion.
Exactly. You trap yourself. Because you're always looking, hey, मैं ये करूँ तो उसको बुरा लगेगा क्या? How many of you are living like in a relationship, every relationship with your children, with your in-laws, with your parents, with your husband, with yourself? ये करूंगी तो क्या होगा? Every way we've chosen that, and every way we keep choosing that, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate? Hi, Savera. No, Shweta. Hi. Everywhere you're not willing to be aware 24/7, would you be willing to destroy and uncreate it all? Hey, this will work here. Hey, this will not. Nothing is right and wrong. Nothing is good and bad. It just is. And what will work for you? I will never do drugs. I will never drink. I will never do this. I will never do that. Everywhere you have ever committed to anybody or to yourself, or what you'll never do, because you are an infinite being and you have all the energies available and you can choose anything.
So, कमल, कई बार हम बोलते हैं ना कि तुमने तो बोला था कि तुम ये कभी भी नहीं करोगे, and then we get betrayed because then we are not trusting that everything is just changeable.
Yeah.
We just stick to one thing and like तुमने तो ये बोला था, तुम तो ये कभी नहीं करोगे. So हम वो hurt जाते हैं.
Gary always says तो कल था. Finished. I'm new today. I'm changed, man.
Yeah.
And you're still living in yesterday. That's done. Finished.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Every choice is good for 10 seconds, guys.
Like my husband keeps telling me, you have changed. You're not that sweet person anymore. I was like, Achha.
Yeah, because now you have a mind of your own. Now you're looking at yourself more and more every day. That is not advisable by this reality for a woman to do in the house. So, guys, we still have 16 minutes. And if you don't ask me a question, I don't know where to go. And withholding information is not same as lying. And we judge ourselves. मैंने ये बताया क्यों नहीं, मैंने ये करा क्यों नहीं? Because you knew, you were aware. You pat yourself. I knew that will not be received, so I did not say it. Withholding information is not lying. Not telling what the other person can't hear is not lying.
Thank you so much.
And people who lie best in court win. Not the person who tells the truth, but the person who lies best, who can manipulate the law. So you have to be willing to lie. You have to be willing to betray. You have to be willing to be manipulative.
एक तो ना स्कूल में ना मोरालिटी पढ़ा पढ़ा के ना बच्चों का दिमाग खराब किया.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
राजा हरिश्चंद्र के पच्चीनों पे ही चल रहे हैं अभी तक सब लोग.
बिल्कुल.
बट कमल, हरिश्चंद्र ने भी टाइम आने पे अपनी वाइफ और बेटे को बेच दिया.
अच्छा, दैट आई डिडंट नो. उसकी बात नहीं करते वो.
मुझे ऐसा लगा इसलिए मैंने ये बोला या ये किया, ये कहने का डेयरिंग नहीं होता, इसलिए ये सब कुछ झमेला चलता है, ऐसा मुझे लगता है
बिल्कुल।
कि किसी ने मुझे बुलाया, मुझे अभी नहीं लगता जाने को, तो मैं नहीं गई
That is
इतना।
wrong. That is wrong. It's so easy to go to the wrongness rather than saying, hey, what am I aware of? Will it be fun? Will it create greater? Will they be grateful? Will it be best use of my time? नहीं, उसने बुलाया है तो जरूर जाना है, लोग क्या कहेंगे?
So can I say something here?
Yes, please.
So yeah, Manisha, is it honoring of yourself only going there? Because yesterday I acknowledge कल मेरे किसी बहुत close relative का birthday था, and I never felt like calling her and wishing her. So I asked her कि ठीक है, I mean I asked myself the question. It was not honoring of myself calling, so I didn't do that.
Yeah, if it doesn't feel light or heavy,
Yeah.
not even going into ये honoring है या ये है.
हाँ, वही light नहीं है ना.
Those are all justifications we give ourselves for not doing what we want. It didn't feel like going. Bye.
Yeah.
यहाँ आज एक शादी है, काफी सालों से एक दूसरे को जानते हैं, लेकिन दे हैव सेंड मी 2-3 टाइम्स ओनली व्हाट्सएप मैसेज, एंड इतना मन में फिक्स है ना कि एक कॉल नहीं कर सकते थे कि 2 लाइन का
No,
कि ये
that is
नहीं,
that
अगेन
is
ईगो,
expectation.
यस
That is expectation.
एक्सपेक्टेशन।
And how many times that is being right? That is being right, and that's being having expectations. That so many times we haven't been able to do the calls. We haven't been able to, you know, maybe she's busy. Maybe she doesn't have time. So our mind always works in making us wrong and others wrong. The moment you stop making you wrong, your reality will completely change. You will never want to make anybody else wrong.
ये एक फिक्स पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू मन में बना के रखना। और हमारे घर में अब 3 जनरेशन है ना। मुझे लगता है कि कॉल चाहिए, मेरी बेटी को लगता है क्या हुआ, व्हाट्सएप हुआ तो, एंड मेरी पोती बोलती है व्हाट्सएप भी नहीं होता, और अगर मुझे जाना होता तो मैं जाती।
See, well, they are not even doing access. You are doing access and they are getting the result of it. Few of us are doing. Gary said 10, he said long time back that 10,000 people become aware, the reality will start to change. The reality has started to change. Look at the daughters, what she's saying. When I was that age, probably I didn't know had that awareness. Is it more important to be right or to have fun? So I'd rather be right than be free, right? I'd rather be wrong. Once you come off the rightness of your point of view, you have total choice. The world opens to you. Every way we are doing, this is not right, this is wrong, this is not ethical, this is betrayal, this is whatever that is. You're taking a right point of view. You're taking the rightness of a position. So whatever you do, you'll be wrong. You're buying the necessity of a right point of view, the right answer, the right truth. All the stuff about integrity, morality. You're buying into the rules and regulations that are designed to give up your freedom, to control you. If you are controlling you, the world is going to control you. You have to be aware who you are playing with. Kids know, there's no rule applies with kids. They know how to get their things done. And then we stuff them with integrity and morality and take away their knowing from them. You change, right? You change the rules so often in your life. What don't work for you. And you justify it. If you did not have any point of view, what would your life look like? All the betrayals that people did to you and you did to people, and you made yourself wrong and made people wrong and still carry on for trillions of years, would you be willing to give that up? And would you give that up and become aware of where you are controlling yourself and others, where you're functioning from integrity, where you're functioning from morality, where you're functioning from rules of this reality, and choose what works? Everything doesn't allow that. Destroy and uncreate it all. Right, wrong, good, bad, POC, POD, online, shorts, boys, provides, and beyond. This is a clearing statement. The magic wand of access consciousness, which blasts the energy. It's just the energy that you put to it. Betray kya? ऐसे किया, उसने वैसे किया, मैं कैसे कर दिया? You're telling 10 more people, you're watering it, you're nurturing it, and then next situation again, मेरे को ही सारे करते हैं. Who's the creator? Please go to theclearingstatement.com to know more about it. But it works. We spend so much of time fighting, committing, fighting, betraying, making you wrong, making others wrong. There's no betrayal. It's just a choice that you made. In that 10 seconds, that worked for you. Why is something that works for you so bad?
Because if things starts working for us, we'll become selfish, and that is not acceptable.
Yes, selfish, big word. That is another word which should be taken out of the dictionary with betrayal and manipulation, the meanings. What's wrong with being selfish? What's wrong with loving yourself? What's wrong with looking at yourself with the eyes of a lover? How is it that you're the worst person on planet Earth? How is it that you're the last person in your list?
It can be selfish.
Yeah. You work for a job. You don't do a job well. You don't like it. Is it kindness to you? What does integrity say there? We keep telling people, tell the truth, never, nothing but the truth. I will also. But 24/7, we are lying to ourselves. We are lying all the time. We are never. How many times you tell yourself you're the brilliant, phenomenal being that you're here, and you. How many times do you give yourself a hug? as long as you are unwilling to acknowledge the lies that you tell yourself, unwilling to acknowledge the beauty, the wonder, the uniqueness, the amazing being that you are. You're betraying to yourself, betraying yourself. You're telling yourself lies. Every time you're making a choice that works for you is not betrayal.
कल एक सेंटेंस पढ़ा, वो बताऊं मैं? अपने चॉइस का बोला तो, कि इट्स नॉट योर स्टोरी दैट क्रिएट्स योर लाइफ, बट इट्स योर चॉइसेस दैट क्रिएट्स योर लाइफ. है ना?
Exactly.
हर मिनट मैं जो चॉइस करती हूँ, स्मॉल हो बिग हो,
Yeah.
वो मेरा लाइफ क्रिएट करता है, नॉट माय स्टोरी.
Exactly.
मुझे बहुत अच्छा लगा.
Own up and acknowledge you are the creator. So there is this Shweta who written, what if I am scared of consequences of my choices? Now scared of consequences of your choices. You've already decided, like we said, I will be hurt. So look into what is your point of views about your choices. You already made up your mind that if I choose this, then there will be these consequences. Tathastu. Then there will be these consequences, and you have your reality, your point of view has created those consequences. If you didn't have any consequence, you just chose it because you chose it, just because it was light, just because it was fun, and you didn't have any point of view, rest assured you will have fun. Your point of view creates your reality. The consequences of the things are your points of views.
So beautiful, Kanwal. Thank you for this. Yes.
And what about this idea that if someone lies to me, they are betraying me, violating me in some form? Does it make you feel light and airy? Does it make you feel good saying this sentence? There is only one person who can betray you. Guess who? Go and look at the mirror. He's standing there. You'll find them. Betrayal is an absolutely insane point of view. Nobody can betray you except you. And how do you do that? By being unkind to you, by cutting off your knowing, by cutting off your receiving, by cutting off your perception, by not being and choosing to be who you truly be, by buying all the lies. It's just an idea. It's just an invention. It's just a lie that you have been telling yourself. Everywhere you've been functioning from and telling yourself lie, that somebody can betray you and has been betraying you. It will always keep happening that, guys. Are you willing to give it up now? I am willing to expand my awareness 24/7. I'm willing to be aware. What energy, space, consciousness can you be to be totally aware and conscious in every now moment? To have total clarity and ease in your life. Somebody lies to you, Gary always says, wow, interesting. Now I know. They're lying to me. Wow. Now I know where I stand, how can I manipulate them? They think they can lie to me. And they don't know I know it. Can you acknowledge the psychic you are?
It's 9, Kamal.
Oh, sorry, 9-2. Okay, guys, love you all. And thank you for two
Thank you.
topics. And
Thank
please
you.
tell me which is the
Oh,
next
thank you
topic.
for a wonderful
Thank
morning.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. And what is the next topic? What comes up?
Selfish.
Thank you, Shweta, for asking. Selfish? Okay.
Ishq. Ishq.
Selfish. Okay, I think we did that. We'll do it again if you do want. Yeah.
Yes, किया है.
Give me 1 or 2 more topics also, yeah, for Insta.